Oh my gosh. I mean, we were sitting there just twirling our butterflies. I could not believe, I promise you, I heard 20 seconds. And I just started closing it up. Sure. Hello everyone and welcome to Lifestyle. I'm Denise Simons, your host, and we've got a great show for you tonight. You just stay right here, baby. Okay.
I want that one exactly.
Okay, you want me to do that one
Yes.
again? Okay. That's a good practice. Well, I can't believe we don't have anybody in the studio tonight. Last week we had 11.
Yeah, really? Full house.
Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, Brian came in and he said, I thought I said no live audience. But we've had quite a few.
Did you want to check that?
We will. I get busted. See, I was just kind of, moving that on in. We'll test it. Mm-hmm. We'll test it during the first one.
Yeah, if we have any more than 11, we'll have to start having an audience. Yeah. I mean, some shares that is.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lifestyle. I'm your host, Denise Simons, and this is a show about bringing life into your home and helping you create your style. And we do it all by giving you tips and inspiration and resources. And guess what we're talking about? This is a jam-packed show. I'm so excited tonight. We're talking about bath remodels. It's one of the best investments in your home, and if you do it right, it is absolutely life-changing. Well, we'll be talking about a 1960s bath that gets a big makeover, and it's a masculine spa retreat. And a lot of people are opting out of the bathtub and they want a walk-in shower with a bench seat. We're going to be talking about that. Also, topiaries. I'm going to show you how to create, this is an ancient art form of being able to clip plants so that they create a shape. And I'm going to show you how to do a cone shape and a heart shape and so many others. That's coming up. It's a big show. We're actually talking with Jennifer Markanich is coming up with Timeless Interiors, and she's part of the O'More Show House. We're going to be talking about that to make sure you want to be able to attend. We're also talking to Michael Vogt of California Closets, and he is going to reveal the messiest garage in Tennessee. He's been out taking pictures all weekend. No, I'm just kidding. He's not going to do that, but he's going to show you, if you've got one of those messy garages, how to make it organized. It's about that time of year. But right now, I want you to look at this bath remodel, and then we'll be back. This gentleman's bathroom was once anything but. Take a look at these before pictures, and I'll tell you how I fulfilled a big wish list. Before, this 1970s bath had little character. Cultured marble tops, white painted cabinets, and outdated tile flooring. There was an existing wall between the sink and the shower area that took up a lot of needed space. The closet was small and really didn't function very well. In fact, when the closet door opened into the room, well, it posed some problems. Well, in the tub and the shower insert with the brass sliding doors left us unexcited and longing for a redo. Now for the client's wish list. Masculine but elegant, more space, a better closet situation, a walk-in shower with a seat, and also a towel warmer. Well, I had a lot of work to do, so I had to back to the office to get that done. And here's what I came up with. I needed some inspiration, and I found it in this wall covering. This is gorgeous. With the background being in the ebony brown chocolate colors, it really gave it a masculine look. But then we have these beautiful caramel colors. This is archival paper, and this caramel color in a thistle motif was really the jump off point that I needed for the space. I also wanted to add some warmth, So I brought in some cherry wood and also some stone. Look at these pebble stones. I love these because they're river rocks, but it's on a mesh so you can use it. It's actually tile. And so we tiled the bathroom. Anyway, you'll see what we did. Are you ready to see this makeover after we tore out the humdrum and brought in the wish list? Well, it turned out really nicely. Remember that wall that was here that was kind of dividing the space? Goodbye, it's gone. And it gives us so much more space. And the cabinet. Remember what we had before with the white cabinetry? Now we have this beautiful, elegant piece. We have this wonderful countertop that's in the black granite. The inside is a porcelain sink. And look at the faucet. This is in an aged bronze. It really has a lot of detailing and gives us an antique feel. Now look at the base of this cabinet. It's in this cherry wood. It's a Bombay chest in the center. It also has operational pull-out drawers on either side. And look at this medallion. It really caps it nicely. And this column is actually cast stone. And you can see all of the beautiful carvings. And as you look down, it looks very, very aged. And then at the very bottom, we have the claw foot. This really adds so much elegance to the room and gives lots of countertop space as well. Really opens it up and it's very masculine. Now the mirror, it's framed out. It has a faux finish over the top and it's a wood. It really caps this off very nicely and brings in all of the colors in the room. One tip that you might want to remember whenever you are putting lighting in the bathroom, we put overhead lighting and also this beautiful lighting so that we have several layers of lighting. So important in a bathroom. Now for the closet problem. The closet space was about 10 inches larger than the door opening. So I had the contractors tear out the closet back to the closet walls. Also, having the door opening into the room, well, that just took up a lot of needed space. So we took that out as well. And this is what we did. We installed a completely custom installation of a cabinetry. At the top, you can see this cherry wood, and look at these cabinet doors. This way, you can conceal some of your toiletries and things. Here, we have an opening so that you can place your rolled towels and some of the things that you would like to display. This really gives you so much more space, and you get the full use of that 10 inches that we were losing before. These pull-out drawers helped keep everything so organized, and everybody can have their own drawer. Look at the finish too on this knob. It's a beautiful oiled bronze with a copper finish overlay. Looks great with our inspiration wall covering. And down here we have a hamper, so you really never have to leave the bathroom. You can just pitch that in. This makes everything so organized, and it's such a great solution for the closet. Now for the tub shower. Remember the old shower when you had to step over it and go through the glass doors? Well, it was uninviting and dated. Now for this luxurious experience. These wonderful glass doors really are wide and you don't have to step over anything now. Look at the wall that we've used here. This is actually a tile that looks like a gentleman's gray flannel suit. And we've installed that on a diagonal and used a dark grout. So that way it's very much continuity. Look at this rain head shower. This actually detaches so that you can carry it over to the seat, but it's in an oiled bronze, so it's very elegant. Also, over here, we have installed the stacked stone, again in all of the colors. This really gives so much texture to this back wall. Look at the colors here. You've got the bronze colors, you've got tans, greens, and grays. It comes down to a seat. This is a bench seat so that you can actually sit and shower. Now, this is a great tip, especially if you're aging in place, because if you find it hard to stand for long periods of time or maybe stepping over a tub shower, a bench seat is the way to go. So when you're working in darker finishes, make sure you throw in a black toilet. You don't want it to pop. You want this thing to sort of go away. Now let's talk about the last thing on the wish list. Do you remember what it was? a towel warmer, and I found one in a bronze finish. These towels are so warm and luxurious. They're ready to use at any moment. So I think my work here is done. So I hope you got some good tips about how you can turn your boring bathroom into a luxurious spa retreat in your own home. Hey, I hope you got some great ideas from that. Hey, even you can have a large wish list in a very small space and really come up with some great ideas. I hope you got some tips and inspiration. We got more to come. We've got Jennifer Markanich is here with Timeless Interiors, as well as Michael Boat is back, and he's going to be talking about us. It's so important right now. It's springtime and everybody is ready to organize. We're going to be talking about garages, and we're going to do all that when we come back. So you come back with us. We'll be back in the studio to take your calls. Yay!
Good? Anybody need water or anything?
No, I'm good. Anybody?
Caffeine?
Jennifer,
Doing
can you
good.
please count from 1 to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay, you're
8.
good. Can you count from 1 to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you get lost? 11, 12, 13, 14. We're good?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Andrew, you're not very loud in my ear, but they are really loud. I can hear them really loud. Which, no, you're not. And see, that's weird. And I hear it like a static.
Static may be control room machinery.
No, it's never done that before, though. It did this last week, too. I can hear the static right now. It's like a real loud, whoosh, almost sounds like an ocean sound. And I would turn it down, but I hear you perfectly. I hear you perfectly. You're not too loud or anything. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you great. And I hear. No. Well, now that you went off, I can hear it. You know, it's a little better. It sounds actually better when you're on the mic, which is weird. It's almost like when you're on, all the other static goes away. Oh, something just happened. That sounded better. Yeah. Oh, that sounded great. Ooh. Whew. Yeah. Okay. All right, perfect. Yay! Okay, who? Oh, absolutely. Okay, sure. Is she on the line?
Marcia?
Oh, she texted you. We've got to. Okay, good. We'll answer that. Well, I love that your mom is watching. Yes,
4,
Jennifer first.
3, 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Hey, we're in the studio, and we're here to take your calls at 737 plus. That's 737-7587. I am so excited about the show, and I've got to start out right away because we had a texter who texted in and wanted to know if you could have a master bath that did not have a tub in it. And yes, absolutely you can. It's a big trend right now. So many people are opting out of having the bathtubs. Now I have to say, I live in an old house and I have a clawfoot bathtub and I love it. But a lot of people love the rain head showers and all the spigots, and so absolutely, it is such a big trend right now. So if you want to do that, you can do it. Just go with some great design. Hey, we're talking tonight. I want to introduce you to my guest tonight. I'm so excited about this evening. I want to introduce you to Jennifer Markanich, and she is here with Timeless Interiors. She is a good friend of mine. I'm so glad to have you.
Denise, thank you so much for being on your show. This is real exciting.
Absolutely. And Michael Vogt is back. I mean, we just get so many. People always talk about how informative, how gracious he is. And I mean, this is a guy that you just want to do business with. He's just a nice guy. And we're showing a close-up of you there.
Well, thank you very much. Glad to be back again.
Absolutely. Well, I know both of you so well. In fact, you're my buddy that I actually drive to market with every year. And I want people to know what you do. I'm just so thrilled that you're publishing a magazine. We're going to talk about all that. But tell me what it is you do and where you located.
Yes, well, Timeless Interiors is my company. I'm an interior designer. I'm located in Old Hickory, Tennessee, but I cover all of Middle Tennessee pretty much. Hendersonville to Franklin I cover. I provide interior design, full service interior design for new construction, renovations, remodels, additions, and decorating, and I specialize in kitchen and bath design.
Oh, I know you do, and in fact, we're going to be showing one of your kitchens that is published in the magazine. And Michael, tell me about you. Now, I know a lot of people have seen you, but just in case there's somebody out there that hasn't seen the show, hello, you need to tune in. Tell us what you do and where you're located.
Sure, yeah. So I own the California Closets franchise for Middle Tennessee. And we are based in Cool Springs, right on the Brentwood and Franklin border. And we've got a manufacturing facility down there and a showroom that's still under construction in the Franklin area and Cool Springs as well. And although our name is Closets, we really are more of a full organization company. So we will design and manufacture and install storage solutions for almost any part of the house, whether it be the closet or the media center, the mudroom, the laundry room, the pantry, home office. Of course, tonight we're here to speak about garages.
It's amazing. I mean, every time we come back, you are doing another part of the house because really there is no part of your home that you don't need organized.
That's correct.
It's so important, especially this time of year.
Right, exactly.
Well, we've got some pictures that we want to show. Jennifer,
Absolutely.
I know that you do some amazing kitchens and baths, and we're going to show some pictures of it. We've actually got, tell me, what are we seeing here?
What we're seeing here is this is a bathroom in Franklin, the before. This is a 1990s, dated before it was even built. This is your before picture of a bathroom remodel that I did in Franklin.
Ooh.
Here's the after. This is after. The good thing about this project was the function as far as the layout of the bathroom was good. The aesthetics was bad. So we gutted it, replaced it, didn't have to move any any plumbing or electrical.
That saves a lot of money.
That saves a lot of money. But here, what this is, here we have another before. This is of the tub and shower area. And again, the shower was like a cave. Here we have the after.
Now, what is that, the decking there? Is that?
The decking is actually limestone. This is a piece of limestone.
Gorgeous.
There's travertine on the floor. There's pebbles, river rock on the shower floor. We used quartz tiles turned so that it mimicked the falling of water, created a very spa-like feeling in this space.
Love that. Oh, and this is the other after as well.
And the great thing about this was a ready-made vanity by Kohler, so we saved money there. We didn't do a custom piece.
Wow,
so
gorgeous.
Again, trying to work with a client's budget to give a really high-end look and work in a budget.
I love that. Now we have another picture of, I believe, of a kitchen that you did.
Yes, this kitchen, this is a quick look of a kitchen that just recently won a regional winning design by Sub-Zero Wolf. And
I love it.
Yes, out of 1,600 applicants to the Sub-Zero Wolf contest, this is one of 50 winners.
I love it. Yeah, so congratulations, and congratulations on this show, the magazine cover too. This is actually out right now. Tell us where we can pick this up.
You can get this out. This is on the newsstands. You can get it in your local bookstores. And the Franklin bathroom that we talked about is in this publication. So you'll see a little before and some other afters.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Hey, everybody go out to the stores right now, pick that up and say, hey, I know her. She was actually on the show. I mean, right here in Middle Tennessee, we're celebrating everything that's good right here. Well, we're also talking about you know, the dirt. We got to talk about the messy part too. We talk about the beauty, but also the things
beast.
that
The
beast.
beast.
Yes. So tell us about that. People often find themselves in this situation.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the garage is, I think we often say it's the last frontier of storage in the home. It's that neglected part of the house where you just throw it in there, quickly close the door behind you, and hope that it just doesn't want to come attack you after it's been disposed of so swiftly.
Absolutely.
But nonetheless, a time comes when it has to be addressed and you have to deal with it. And so to tackle a garage project, especially this time of year, you know, the weather's warming up, we're getting ready to start spending more time outside. It's time to tackle a project
Absolutely.
like this.
Let's show a couple of those before pictures. And I will have to say, this is not my home.
Yes, Denise, this was actually your home if you're being truthful. No, this is several years ago we did something fun. We hosted a contest in Nashville to look for Nashville's messiest garage.
Oh, you did?
I did, and people were encouraged to submit entrants of their garage, and we were going to do a makeover for free to the person who we
Oh,
felt
well, then I'd
was
show it for
in
that.
greatest need of our assistance. So these are two of the finalists, I guess we can say, for the messiest garage award.
And then we've got some of the afters of what you did.
Yes, absolutely. So there's lots of different ways you can organize a garage, but I'll tell you, they sure are a thing of beauty when they're done. You'll notice that there's almost nothing on the floor. There's a small step ladder underneath the workbench on this one. As you rotate through, you'll see that you might find a bike in a corner, or in this situation, there's a speaker on the corner there. This is kind of a garage storage slash the band coming together in this place.
Oh,
But
garage band.
that's exactly right. But, garages need to be a place where you're not afraid to go, where you can actually have a clean floor. There's actually a place to park your car in the garage after we've done our work in there. And it's a really good opportunity to try to get some order back in your life, because, again, when that's neglected, it can become kind of become a downhill slide for the way that you treat other parts of your house.
Oh, that's so good. I love that. We have a caller on the line. Leanne, you have a question for us, and we're so glad that you're calling in tonight.
Thank you, Denise. I love your show. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. So glad to have you on the line.
Thank you. My name's Liana, and I was just calling to see how you can maximize space in your garage.
Oh, okay. So you probably, a lot of people find themselves with this situation. We've got too much stuff and not enough space.
Yep. So maximizing space in your garage, you can do that a number of different ways. It starts with observing a couple of very basic organizational principles. The first key is to get stuff off the floor and try to get it onto the walls. And by doing that, every can of paint, every broom, every box that's on the floor is taking up space that could be for your car. It could be just to have space to be able to, stretch out and just not have any cluttered and chaotic feel. But when you get it off the floor and you use the wall space that's afforded to you, now you can be able to create some order and some organization by just getting things in the proper destination.
And that's what we're talking about tonight, too. We're talking about getting help. Sometimes you need a little help. You don't know where to start. You get a little overwhelmed, and you need some design help. You need a little help with your storage. And the people that have the right tools and also can draw it out for you and maybe help you see things in a way that you never thought that you could really have the space for. Now, Jennifer, one of the things I wanted to talk with you about, coming up this weekend, I want to let everybody know, the O'Moore Show House is going on. You are not going to want to miss this, and you're part of it. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. O'Moore College of Design, the gem that we have in Franklin, Tennessee, my alma mater, is doing its inaugural show house. It's the first ever show house done by O'Moore College and in downtown Franklin. Very excited about this show house. It is new construction on Berry Circle, 4,000 square feet. It is being designed by 17 different designers that span 4 decades of graduates from the college. Each one of us has a different space. It is open to the public beginning this Friday, the 5th, runs through the 21st. It's open on Monday through Saturday from 10 to 4, Sundays noon to 4. The tickets are $20. And it's a beautiful, beautiful home. It's not to be missed.
And there's so many ASID designers, and we're going to be talking about that coming up as well and what that means. And so many of my friends are actually going to be in the show house. So I'm really excited. And congratulations, O'Moore, on your inaugural celebration. Also, we're getting tips as well. It's so important. And I'll have to say, My home is, I love organization, and my home, if you walk through my home, I like everything to have a place, and I like everything to have, in the drawers, I like everything. But I will have to say, the attic and the garage, I don't know what happens. It sort of looks like something exploded. Can you give us some tips, Mike? What can we do? I mean, where do we, we get overwhelmed. You see these shows, and people get overwhelmed, and they start hoarding things. And now, we don't do that.
Right.
My husband and I don't do that. But what do you do? Give us some tips.
Sure. So I'll give you 3 very basic tips for organizing the garage. The first one, and as we addressed a little bit with the caller earlier, you want to get everything that is on the floor currently, you want to try to get that on the walls if you can in some capacity.
Okay, get it off the floor so
Yep.
you can actually walk.
You want to maximize your vertical wall space is the goal. And sometimes it even means using the ceiling space, because you can get racks that hang from the ceiling.
Sure.
You can get stuff suspended up above on the ceiling of the garage. So first principle is make best use of the vertical storage space. The second organizational tip for the garage is literally, you can do it in phases or in regions of the garage, but take everything out of where it is currently and then decide whether or not it's worth putting it back. And when you move it, there should be a throwaway pile, there should be a donate pile, and there should be a keep it pile.
Love it.
Basic, very, very basic approach. But then when you move it, you have to decide, where do I now put it back? Which of these 3 piles does it go to?
And that's when you may need a counselor.
Totally. I mean, and here's the reality. My wife and I just did this a couple months ago. We were holding on to things that we hadn't used in about 4 or 5 years, but we had this in the back of our mind. There's a reason to keep holding on to this. And it
Okay,
was
so
just foolishness.
is there a year date that you just say, okay, that's it, where if I do not use this is what I do in my closet. And I say, look, if you do not wear it in 2 seasons, it's out. And of course I give it away to ARC or another, donate it. But I think that's good. So that was the 3 things that you really need to do.
Yeah, so use the vertical wall space, take everything out and put it in 1 of 3 piles, and the last thing you want to do is you want to group common themed items together. Have a drawer or a cabinet for sporting equipment. Have a cabinet for lawn and garden. Have a cabinet for painting and crafts and car care, that type of stuff. But group similar items together so you know where to go to put something away or to get something out.
I think that great design always begins with organization. It's so important. Well, hey, coming up, I told you I'm going to help you create topiaries, heart shapes, cone shapes, and a chandelier style. That's coming up after the break. Did great.
Okay. It's like,
No, you were very articulate. That was wonderful.
She is very articulate.
okay.
You did great.
It's
You
like
did great.
first time.
Okay. Let's take this away, and then could you get this sheet here, the designing spaces? Say a little something about that, and then say, okay. Well, today we're talking about topiaries. My brother actually loves that word, topiaries. Well, what it means is it's just the art of actually clipping plants to make them into other shapes. I tell you, here in Nashville is the perfect example. If you've ever been down Hillsborough Road and you saw the buffalo, now these are big topiaries. We're not going to start that big. We're going to start small. Well, I'm going to show you different sizes and shapes of topiaries. First, you're going to need a form, a wire. These wires help guide the plant. And this is a rounded piece, so that would make an archway. And this one is actually a cone shape. So you would put your plant around this and you create kind of like a little Christmas tree cone shape. This one is actually already finished, has the ivy around it, and it's in a heart shape. And you literally take that all the way around that heart shape and you clip it to look like that. And you got to kind of keep up with it as well. You can get these shapes and forms in any of your local garden center, or you can make them if you want to. Now this is a candelabra topiary form, and so you're going to need your pot, you're going to need some dirt, and your form. So we're going to take that and we're going to place it in our pot, and then we're just going to use our dirt, and if you have to, you could use some rocks to make sure it's steady. Okay, now you're going to need some ivy. Ivy is just great because it really has tendrils and it tends to form better. So we're going to place some of the ivy all the way around. Now this is actually a plant that I just divided because they're so big. Okay, so we're going to finish placing this all the way around, and then I'll show you what you do next. Now we want to find our longest pieces of ivy, and we want to start moving it around our form. So whatever shape that your form is, you're going to take it, and it kind of shocks it for a couple of days, but then that's what I like about ivy. It'll just pop right back. Now, you probably won't be able to go through all of these, but I'm telling you, less than a month, you'll have this where it's growing all the way up. We may want to have a couple of pieces going around. Now that we've got our ivy growing around, we can add some embellishments. We can add a little bit of ribbon to kind of cover up where it's not, growing yet, and we can add our candles. These are so much fun to make, so have fun creating your different shapes and styles. Just gonna add the candle and we're all done. Hey, have I also mentioned, I don't think I mentioned that you can do a spiral shaped topiary, and also my husband and I, we planted pyracanthus, which are a really big bush, and we clip it so that it looks like it's on the outside of the house. It actually grows up the side of the house, and we clip it so that it looks like a wreath. And so in the fall, when the berries, they're bright orange when they bloom out, it just looks like a beautiful fall wreath. So there's so many ideas. So have fun creating your topiary. Well, coming up, how do you decorate with your grandmother's old mason jars? Well, we'll be showing you after the break. I have our grandma.
There's Grandma right there.
There's Grandma.
Grandma! Right after that.
The Grandma twins.
You could not have come better.
Really?
Oh, I bet that's Marsha. Marsha. It's all about Marsha. That's what I want to say that so bad. Okay, so when we come in this time, we're going to be talking about ASID, and then we'll also just talk about how really good design begins with organization for Mike. So we'll talk about you're on the state board.
Mm-hmm.
Tell viewers who don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
About what SID is.
Yes. Now the only thing we have for Jennifer is just to talk to her, right? Oh, you know what? Those need to come. Well, you know what? We'll talk to Jennifer first about what is ASID. Then we'll go to Mike and we're going to do props. Then we're going to come back to the pictures, and I'm going to actually save the, talk about what the pictures are. And then we'll take Marsha. And then we'll go, she's not called in. And then and then we'll go to Mike for tips on really where to start still, right?
Okay.
We
yeah.
want to go back to that.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're doing props and then pictures of the garage after the props. Is that what you're saying?
You have that one picture of. Okay, you do have it. Do you prop first? Okay, so then you can say this is what it'll look like in the garage, and he'll pop the picture up.
Okay.
So you can show all the prop, and
Sounds
then
good.
say, and this is what it would look like
Got it.
if you had it in your space.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, what time is it?
9:33.
Oh.
35.
Did you just say 7:33? What are you still in New York time? Oh, you are. Okay. Andrew, who talks in my ear, just got back from New York.
Okay.
He took a vacation, but he didn't really rest. You don't rest in New York.
No, no, that's not a restful.
30 away.
We're coming straight to us. Oh, video. Okay.
Good to know.
Denise, have you changed your format since the very first segment? Have you kind of tweaked this as you've gone progressively from episode to episode?
No.
No.
It's exactly the same.
Very cool.
It's just the same vision as last. Honestly. If you have an old mason jar, I have a great idea for an unusual candle holder. You can make this out of an old mason jar. What you need to do is, if you like the color of this, you simply spray the outside with a translucent paint. Make sure you spray the outside because remember, we're going to use a flame on the inside and you don't want it to be flammable. For the wire that goes around, let me show you what you do. You take some pretty stiff, this is a very heavy gauge wire, and I like that it's copper. And you're going to need some needle nose pliers as well. What you'll need to do is make a harness that goes all the way around. So you're going to want to bend that into place and place it around this piece as you see here. Now, to make the hoop that goes across, you're going to take your wire again and make just a nice long loop. Now, once you attach it, all you have to do is put your votive candle in the bottom, and you have a really fun candle holder that you can put in a tree or for a fun party.
And here we sit.
Hello, and welcome back. Hey, we're here to take your calls if you'd like to call in at 737-7587. And we are talking about several things tonight. We're actually going to be talking about ASID. And you know, I've been a member for about 14 years, and I actually served here on our local Tennessee chapter. And you know, it's one of those things, one of my clients says, what is that, like acid, or what does that mean? No, it means the American Society of Interior Designers, and we're going to be talking about what it means and what it means to you, the viewer, because we've got some things coming up that you can participate in. We're also talking about garages, and we're talking about getting organized. You know, all good design begins with organization. So we're talking to my guest. I'm so excited. And Jennifer, I want to talk to you about the American Society of Interior Designers. Not only is it for designers, but also we have industry partners, we have educators, we have students. But tell us more. You're serving on the state board right now.
Yes.
So tell me,
correct.
let's let everybody know what is ASID.
ASID, as you said, is the American Society of Interior Designers. It's a society that was formed in 1975. It is the largest professional organization for interior designers. The great thing about ASID is it provides us many things. One is for the consumer, a code of conduct that we all abide by. So when you work as a consumer with an ASID designer, you know that this is someone who is ethical in their practice. The other thing is with ASID is education. It provides for interior designers ways to stay current in lighting, materials, all kinds of things so that we can deliver a service that's current to our clients.
Oh, I love that. You are so articulate. I just love that. And tell us about this too, this designing your space. I was so blown away that this was actually free on the website to everybody.
Exactly. If you go to asid.org and click on consumer, What you'll find there is information, videos, and downloads like this. This is a PDF, it's a 20-page download about designing your space. And this helps you as the consumer to see, how do I design my space? How do I work with an interior designer? This is where the consumer finds out, what is interior design? How do I work with an interior designer? And how do I find an interior designer?
I love this, and this was so well written. I was just shocked. I mean, this you used to have to actually buy it was a book, and now it's available on ASID. So all of you should take advantage of that. Hey, we've got a caller on the line. I always get excited when we have callers because I'm so glad that so many of you are watching. Hello, Jenny. We're so glad that you're on the line. What is your question?
Hi, Denise. I love your show.
Good, thank you. I'm so glad.
Well, I have a question for Michael on a turnkey service. So if he works with spaces like the garage, and part of the process is cleaning out, does he help the homeowner and the client get rid of and clean out, or does he have someone on staff that does that before the organization takes place?
Oh, that's very good,
That's a great
Jenny. Thank you
question.
so much. Good question.
That's a great question. Yeah, our process is that we'll work with you as a homeowner to be able to evaluate, what's the cabinetry that needs to be arranged for in terms of the storage capacity that's created in the garage. Several of my designers also are hireable as professional organizers, and we also have one or two professional organizer contacts on the side that could be hired on just an hourly rate basis to help you to work through the keep it, the throw it, the donate it process of determining what you need to hold on to in the space.
So not only are you getting someone to help you with your garage space, but you're also, it's like having a hand holder there. You get somebody,
Absolutely.
little psychology there.
Yep.
You might need a little help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Letting go of some of those treasures. I mean, so many of us keep them. Well, we're talking about ASID. We want to show you some pictures of some of the winners of the Tennessee chapter ASID competition. Now, what we're seeing here is actually the East Tennessee Children's Hospital renovation. This is the waiting area. Susan K. Ballard, ASID in Knoxville, created this. We also have a picture of, this is a beautiful kitchen design and living room combination from Connie Vernage. She's an allied member of ASID in Clarksville, Tennessee. I love this cross-hatching that you have on both sides of this mantle. So beautiful as well. We're also seeing, oh, this is a good friend of mine, Deborah Griffin. We want to send a shout out to her, the residential designer. Look at these beautiful beams and this kitchen. This is one of those kitchens that, oh, you just feel like you're in a Susina. It's just so gorgeous. And look at all the detailing, the beautiful stone floor that you're seeing there, the beautiful woods. And those are all local designers, everybody. We're talking about, we always try to keep it local. Right here in Middle Tennessee, we have so many details. So one of the things that I like to show is we've got some samples that we want to show for you, Michael. One of the things that you have, this is so unusual because normally I'm used to seeing like a pegboard, but you're saying that now this is the upgrade, the update.
That's exactly right.
And she's going to be your Vanna White, right?
Thank you, Vanna. Yeah, everyone's used to seeing pegboard or slat wall, like in a retail environment, with lots of little holes in it. You can put the little hooks in, etc. Well, it looks a little dated, and it's also not very strong. And so we've partnered with one of our vendors to create an upgraded version of a slat wall. It's actually called slot wall.
Slot wall, and
Slot
this
wall.
is actually a metal. Like
Yeah,
this is really
it's
pretty
made out of
in
aluminum,
person.
so it's very strong, and this is secured into your studs. And anything from racks for handled items such as rakes or brooms, and you can clip items on here for nuts and bolts and screws and smaller items. And because it goes into your studs, you can even clip a larger item on here for something like a bicycle.
Oh, you mean it could actually hold a bicycle?
It can bear the weight of something very heavy
when you see those little pegboards, they usually are ripped out, like because somebody's put something too heavy on it.
That's exactly right. The slat wall and the pegboard are not really designed to bear a whole lot of weight, but because this is aluminum and secures directly into your studs, it's got the strength of the wall holding it together. And design-wise, it's also very much more, it's more contemporary, more progressive with current design trends.
And look at this picture that we're seeing.
Exactly. Yeah, so you can kind of see
gorgeous.
that it creates a much different finished product than other options that are on the marketplace right now.
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm so glad that you showed us that, and I'm glad you brought the picture so we could see the after. Well, we're so excited because we have Marcia Knight is on the phone with us with ASID. She is actually our Tennessee chapter president. Marcia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Denise. This is a pleasure to be on the show with you and with Jennifer as well.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we want you to tell us, how can the public get involved? You've got some things coming up that actually could involve our viewers.
Well, one of the things we have coming up this month here in Middle Tennessee is Zero Landfill. And Zero Landfill is a community project that we partner with another design association, the IIDA, and it's where both interior design firms and architectural firms bring their discontinued samples, so fabrics and tiles and laminates and even plantation shutter samples and blind samples, wood samples, all sorts of things. We bring them to a warehouse where they are sorted, and then the public is allowed to come in and take those samples, and they're all free.
Oh, they're all free. So
they're all free.
Wow.
They take them. They can take as many as they want, and it keeps them out of the landfill. And so therefore, the name Zero Landfill.
Wow, that's so good. And I mean, if you're a crafter or maybe you're a designer and you want some samples or for
sewing groups are great, daycares, summer school programs where they do craft projects. It's amazing some of the people that have come in and picked things up. We've asked them to let us know what they've made, and it's pretty incredible. Some people do get the samples to use, of course, for doll houses and little miniature projects. Other people are very serious in terms of using them for quilting, making clothes for some underprivileged children, daycare centers, and just general craft projects, jewelry, things for the home. It's a pretty amazing thing. Our program is the 2 weekends, Friday and Saturday, before and after Earth Day.
Okay, so and how can we get information on that? By going to Tennessee? ASID Tennessee?
ASIDTN.org.
Okay, we'll put that on.
The information is on the website.
Okay, good. And also you've got something else coming up that we're allowing the viewers to come to, and that's a state conference. Tell us about that. And
We have our state conference Friday, October 4th. It will be here in Nashville. It'll be at Hotel Preston, which is over on Briley Parkway. And the theme this year is the business of interior design. And we're going to have a whole day of continuing education programs. We're going to have vendor displays and some programs specifically for our interior design student members to help review their resumes and their portfolios and help prepare them for getting out into the workforce.
Okay, and also viewers would be interested to see that a lot of vendors come there and they can see the best and the newest trends that are going on, right?
Yes, we've asked our vendors to kind of focus this year on really sort of the cutting edge or new products that are just now coming out into the market, so that it really is a show about the new things coming out that people can use.
That is awesome. Marcia, thank you so much for joining us here on Lifestyle and giving us all that great information. We'll make sure that we put the website for ASID so anyone who would like to join, maybe perhaps you are an industry partner, you'd like to join up, or a student, or you're a designer here in the local area, we would love to have you, and we'll put all that information. Thank you so much for your call, Marcia.
Thanks, Denise. I really appreciate you.
Well, that is so exciting. We have talked about so much on the show tonight. I mean, it's just, okay, so I want to circle back around with both of you. I know it's getting warm, Mike, and one of the things that I know my husband and I are going to have to do is the attic and the storage. Where do we get started?
I think starting really begins with the decision to make forward progress. In areas like the attic or in areas like the garage, it's so easy to get overwhelmed and to be afraid of, man, this project is just so big, I just don't have the energy for it this weekend. What you just need to commit to is, you know what, if nothing else, this Saturday, I'm going to work on the back right-hand corner of the garage, and I'm going to take the stuff out of that area, and I'm going to sweep the floor there, and I'm going to put things back in organized fashion, and I'm going to donate just a couple of items and throw a couple items away. That forward progress, when you come home the next day, you're going to feel good about that one part of the garage that's organized.
Right.
And that's going to invigorate you, and that enthusiasm is going to become contagious. And then now next weekend you'll say, you know what, now I'm going to do the other corner of the garage. And then you're going to start organizing other parts of the house. And even for someone who's not an organized person in their personality, and I'm one of them, organization
What?
becomes
I can't
somewhat
believe
addictive.
this. It's confession.
It's the great irony at California Closets that I own a company that organizes people. It's absolutely
that's
true.
great.
But it can transform you to become an organized person when you start now engaging in the disciplines that lead to organization.
That is so good. And Jennifer, just as you get started with clients, what is one of the first things that you really help people do?
Well, the biggest thing I help people do is to determine what the problem is. Sometimes people will say, I'm not happy with my kitchen, I'm not happy with my bathroom, I don't know what to do about it. That's where I come in. I provide solutions to people's problems, finding out not just what they don't like and what doesn't work, but what they do like, what does work, and how we can take what they have, make a budget that they can live with, that they want to spend, and get them to something that's more functional, more aesthetically pleasing, and something they love.
You know, I love that what we're talking about really is offering so much help to help you really live a better life. Well, we were showing you earlier about the home, and there were so many wishes that we fulfilled. Well, let's see if we can count them. That's coming up after the break. About the websites, everybody
Okay.
can have it. Uh-huh.
Thanks.
These are different every week, Denise.
I know.
Okay, so what you said, do my website for News Channel 5. Well, how much time do we have? I mean, what do you feel like? No, I love it. Oh, so that's pretty good. Okay, so why don't we say how to find us, News Channel 5, lifestyle, then we'll go to Jennifer, let her, no? ASID, okay, so you're going to say, okay, ASID O'More Show House, you're going to say that. Then we're going to do your Jennifer's, and then Michael's, Okay, and then we'll say don't forget to come back next week, and then we'll talk about, now that we've cleaned out the garage and the attic, what do you do with those treasures you found, show you how to do that, and ProCare of Nashville and Carpet Den Interiors. Okay?
And that'll be on the screen.
It'll be on the screen, yeah. Just remind people, you know, ASID, here's, you know,
.org
go to .org, and then
the show house.
the show house, how do you get tickets, and then he'll go to yours.
And then to contact me.
And contact me. That's right. And to contact me at my business. The wallpaper is the inspiration for this bath remodel and really set the tone for the color and texture. Chocolate ebony background with an archival thistle motif really is the art on the wall and gave me inspiration for the other finishes in the room. The gray flannel look tile on the floor, the cherry wood finishes, and the stacked stone repeat the color in the wallpaper. When I'm choosing wallpaper, I either want it to blend in the background and be a layer for the other designs, or I really want it to be the focal point and pop off the wall. Well, this truly was a bold move and gave this man the masculine bath he desired. To create this style, the key design elements were the vanity in the wood and the granite, as well as that walk-in shower with the stone. We also wanted to create that masculine yet sophisticated look. The vanity really looks more like an estate piece of furniture, with granite countertops in black and a porcelain sink complement the rich warm woods. The cast stone columns with intricate carving add elegant features along with the claw feet and really set the tone when entering this master bath. The walk-in shower with a wide glass door is a spa retreat. Porcelain walls and gray flannel design set the tone for the accent wall in warm stacked stone and continue on the bench seat. The pebble floors massage your feet while providing a touch of nature. The colors are masculine and balanced, tan, caramel, and black. And then we've repeated them throughout. All of the furniture, the furnishings, the stone, as well as that window treatment with the cherry wood slats and that black banding. It really all comes together to create this style. The smart solution for this bath is the closet. Before, this typical closet you might find at any home. Well, it left you more space inside that could be accessed through the door opening, which could leave you fumbling to reach your toiletries. So I had the contractor tear it out to the closet wall and install custom cabinets, a complete built-in with doors to conceal necessities, open shelving for towels and drawers for storage, as well as a hamper. Did I mention how attractive this closet system is? In this cherry finish, it lends itself to the design of the room. Storage and beauty. Now that's what I call a smart solution. Well, I hope that you were inspired. We covered so much tonight and we've talked about so much, and we want to make sure that you know how to get in touch with my guest. Jennifer, tell us how we can get in touch with you as an interior designer.
Yes, as an interior designer, you can contact me through my website at www.timelessinteriorsdesign.com. You can call me at 615-406-1986 or email me at jennifer@timelessinteriorsdesign.com.
Great. And will you also tell us how we can come see you at the show house, see your room?
Absolutely.
And also, we want to let folks know about ASID.
Absolutely. For the show house, you can go to omoreshowhouse.com. You can buy tickets online. You can buy them at the show. For ASID, for consumers, go to asid.org, click on consumer. Lots of information there for you.
Perfect. And Michael, tell us how to get in touch with you and where you're located.
Yes, ma'am. We're down in Cool Springs, and our physical address down there is 7106 Crossroads Boulevard in Brentwood, 37027. We're kind of located just in behind Costco down there. Website for us is californiaclosets.com, and phone number is 367-1030.
Hey, make sure that you come back and join us next week. We're going to be talking about so much, and we always like to end our show with a toast. Thank you both for being here and sharing so much. To all of you, cheers.
Cheers.